Alrighty guys, life has determined that we got to put a new door on the back of the house. Just got back from Lowe's. She's a 32-inch door. It's gonna get a new screen, but can't afford it this week. So we'll have to make something work, because that's a 32-inch door with a 30-inch screen. So somebody put a filler panel in there to turn it into a 30-inch opening. All this trim has to come off, and that brace for that is going to be in my way, so I'm going to have to shift this door over. Figured take and run a new 2x4 along that edge, get the trim off the top, trim off the side, and I have to, they board the sill, so I have to grind that out of there. And get this trim off, because I'm gonna have to shift it over about a 2x4 and see how that's all framed in. Yeah, that screen door I patched her back together, she's rotten. And this door, windows falling out of it. Plus it's plexiglass. That's broke. So get a new door. Plus has the old time latch, so now it'll have a deadbolt. So yeah. Let me get this tearing apart and see where I'm at. This ought to be fun. Well, it's not quite as janky as I thought it'd be. It is the original door because that concrete was poured around it. Because it goes down into the concrete. I gotta take a grinder and knock that lip off. But a little more cleanup to do and get the rest of that frame out of there. Alrighty, this is what I'm going to put into my 4.5-inch angle grinder and try and cut that hump out with. It's a DeWalt diamond cup wheel for cutting concrete. Got it at Lowe's. So I got my one grinder out that has the wire brush. I'll have to swap those ends out. Looks like I need a new brush anyways. Okay, just screws right on the end of your grinder. Kind of cool. I have a fan trying to blow outside, and the inside doors are all shut to try and keep from turning this into a cluster. So, and I'll try and run the grinder so it's throwing the concrete dust outside. We'll see if this works. Well, that was cutting it really nice, and then chunks started coming out. That was poured after the floor was poured, and they got strips of metal. Seems like it's cutting the metal. So I'm not sure if I just break that off or grind it all the way off. That cutter's cutting the shit out of this concrete though. Well, I guess I didn't have to spend 53 bucks on a concrete cutter because it was poured on top. Well, shit. Well, now I got a concrete cutter that, well, I probably never use. Interesting. Alright guys, here's what I'm dealing with. The hole they built is not square. On top of that, the concrete is at an angle. I'm taking it that this used to be an outside little porch, and then they built this onto the side of it as a second thought. So the concrete's not flat, it's at an angle. Hi girl. And so the bottom sill is going to be tight on my left side there towards the house, and it's got to go up about a half an inch on the other side. I'm going to shim it, and I have Lisa going for door and window expanding foam. So I'll get some wooden shims in there so it's the right height, and then foam underneath that lower sill, and hope Dad's wheelchair doesn't get hung up on it too much. Get back in there. No! Okay. Anyways, that cat's not supposed to be outside. Anyways, I'm working on it. She's in there and opens, shuts good. I gotta get the handles on there. Expanding foam broke. Half can in it. So I gotta get another one tomorrow. But next. Stay outside. That's a pretty good fit. So I gotta get the handles on her, and she should. When the nozzle broke, I tried to keep on going and it just made a mess. So I got some work to do and some trim work to do, but at least it's in for the night. Get some handles on her and she should be secured in. Alright, got a heck of a mess. Doors in there. I gotta do some trim work, but it works really nice. And that's the back door. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do, but it's good enough for tonight. Thanks guys.